marketplace take initial capital. You're going to have to start with money, okay? Because you have to buy the product up front and have it shipped to there. So what helps, or what parameters do you want to put in place to see if you'll find a product that is worth selling in the marketplace, right? Because you don't want to sell a saturated product that there are like at least 20 pages full of this product from all these different suppliers and sellers that are selling before you. Why would you sell that? All because you like it? Absolutely not, right? You want to put some parameters in place that helps you choose which product is best to start a store around, okay? And then what to take to start a store. Well, in this sense, for the marketplace, it's called a seller's page, okay? So I'm going to introduce myself. My name is Leah. A lot of you guys know me as a dropshipping queen. This is your first time coming to my live streams. Don't make it your last, okay? I like to do live streams Monday at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, okay? So let's get into the mindset a little bit with this. We know that Amazon is this huge online platform that services different continents, right? Of physical products, right? They have all these other olive branches that stems from this company, but we're going to focus on the physical product aspect for the sake of the class, okay? So as a seller, you go on there, you type in some stuff to look up a product, and once you do all that, it generates these different products that may be associated with whatever you typed in. Okay? Fair to say? But you don't want to be the consumer all the time, right? You want to be the person on the other end that is the person who put the product on this marketplace, right? So think of Amazon as this like digital flea market, right? Not like selling like cheap products or anything like that. But think of it as this place where that houses all of these sellers, me, you, in this place, right? And us sellers would rent out this parking spot or this little section or this table to monetize their traffic, right? I.e., the Prime members or people who just come to the marketplace to buy something, right? So that's when I say think of them as like a digital flea market. That is the way I'm using the analogy, okay? Don't think I'm trying to be petty or anything like that. I am a seller there too. I love it, always have been since 2013, okay? So, if you guys want to start, what we're going to do is we're going to start with number 1. If you want to start selling in the marketplace, one thing you have to do, which is number 1. So whatever you take your notes with, please get it out. Number 1, do marketplace research. Marketplace research, literally. Research is a little bit different when you're trying to become a seller for the and within Amazon because you are with inside of their marketplace. That's what we're going to be doing research for, right? We're going to be looking at what is selling at the moment, okay, which you can look on their bestsellers list. Then you can say what are the top products in each department, right? And 3, what are the customers loving about that product? You need to know these things so when you are learning about before you get into the market, you want to know what people are coming to Amazon to buy as a whole. So always go to the bestsellers list, right? They literally have it as a tab on their homepage and look at what is selling at the moment, right? The top 100 products. And it changes every hour. So if you was like, oh my God, I did a little research today, and then you think you're going to hit the marketplace a month later or 60 days later when you want to get back into it, don't set yourself up for that. All right? Every time, check to get the most current top sellers to understand the top sellers at the time. Okay? Number 2, narrow it down. All right. I know you're probably thinking, well, Leah, I already know I want to sell pet products. Why do I have to do all that? Just do it. It'll make sense by the end of this live. Number 2, narrow it down. Now we got a little understanding of what is being sold in the market, right? You may have an idea of what is selling in all these different departments as they're called in the marketplace, okay? But now we got to narrow it down and get a little focus more on what you want to sell. We know what's being sold across the board at this time, right? When you do the research. But now let's dive into what you want to sell. All right, let's make sense of. I want to sell pet products. Oh, I want to sell makeup tools, whatever the case may be. Right, all this generalization, but we have to turn this idea into actual products that you're going to buy in bulk to get it to the marketplace. Okay, so under narrow it down, put A or one. All right, one, list the top two departments you want to sell in. List the top two departments you want to sell in. And if you don't know the idea of the departments, just click the link on the marketplace and then it'll list it'll literally list departments. Okay? Pet supplies, home goods, tools. Okay? Number two, what are the best selling items of the two departments on the list for that department? So when you click on whatever department, they'll give you the top ranking products within that department. Okay, so what are some of the best selling items of the two departments that you may want to sell in? Okay. Number three, then go to the industry within the department. Okay, so now you hit on department, and once you hit on your department, it's going to bring about a certain list. All right. Then those we're going to call industries. All right. So list out the top three industries you want to sell within each of those two departments. So you should have 6 industries at this point. Let me know if I'm moving too fast, guys. Am I good? Can I get a 1 if I'm good? Okay, we got some hearts. Maybe the ones are coming in if I'm good. Okay, we got the ones coming in. All right. Moving on. Number 4. What category do you want to choose? Choose a category out of each one of those industries. So this may take a little bit, because you have to go through 6 categories, 6 industries. I'm sorry, and then choose the category that you want. So this may take you a little time, a few minutes, not that long though. Okay. Number 5. Now list the top 10 products of the category and the commonalities of those products that you chose you're going to run with. So if I want to sell the so let me give you a breakdown of it to narrow it down, okay? So when you want to choose the top 2 departments, say my top 2 departments are home goods and pet supplies, right? And then I say, what are the best selling items of the 2 departments? I list out the best selling items. Maybe in home goods, maybe it's throw pillows that caught my eye in the top 10, right? Of the best sellers list. And then for pet supplies, maybe, I don't know, dog leashes for teacup dogs are the top, some of the top best-selling items. Okay, then I go into the industry within that department. Now that I have an idea of overall what's being sold in that department, but now I want to dive deeper so I can choose my industry within that department. And so when I click pet supplies and then I see cat supplies and I see dog supplies, right? I probably will choose right down cat supplies. I think they have fish and aquarium. Cat supplies, dog supplies, and fish and aquarium. Okay, and then those are the categories that I list. Right, the industries. I'm sorry. Then I go into the categories. I choose whichever one that I like, and I may want to go with dog supplies. Right, I had a small dog for years in my life, and so like small dogs or pet stores or pet supplies always have a small place in my heart. Right. So maybe the industry that I end up choosing within my department is dog supplies, okay? Then the category I want to choose within the industry, I'm trying to think off the top of my head how it looks, would probably be like, I don't know, dog grooming tools. Okay, that's my category. So when I choose this category after going through all the 6 industries within the 2 categories that I went through, right, that I chose as I'm narrowing it down, I came up with the category for dog grooming, right? And then, or pet grooming, whatever it's called, dog grooming or pet grooming, one of those. And then I would click on that category, and then I would go and just list the top 10 products that I see within the grooming, right? So keep in mind, as you guys are listing this out and you're going out this way, it's going to come back, it's going to, as we're building the store. So you need to go through each one of these steps, okay? So once I go through and I see the top 10 products that are selling within pet grooming for dogs, there's probably like, I don't know, a pet deshedder glove, that little rake thing, maybe the little tab that you put up on the tub that you can put peanut butter on so they can be distracted as you're washing them. Maybe it's like a new hose or something that's specifically for dogs, right? Like it's not like powerful where it hurts and things like that. It hurts the fur baby. It's probably like super soft and to help them bathe if you want to bathe the dog outside, something like that, right? So I'm coming across all of these products that possibly may be there, right? This is just for example purposes only. And so as I'm going through, I'm seeing what's being sold. It gives me an idea coming from consumer going to CEO of what is being sold, right? What people are buying from Amazon who's looking for pet grooming tools. Okay. So now we have an idea of what is being sold, and I'm looking for the commonalities of the products, right? Beyond just pet grooming, right? Look for commonalities, or what you may hear me say, also look for trends amongst the products, amongst the top selling products of the category that you chose, okay? So if I'm selling if I'm looking in the pet grooming department category, I'm sorry, I may see that it may be a lot of uh, grooming gloves. Maybe that's the top selling at the moment because it's summertime, it's super hot, so they might be shedding a lot. So you don't want to bathe them every day, right? So you may buy a lot of grooming tools that you can tend to them daily or every 48 hours. And it also may be building bonding and things like that, right? But we're going to get into that later. But always look for the trend amongst the top selling products of the category that you chose to be in, okay? Number 3, let's validate it. What are people suddenly buying? Okay? What are they doing it? What are they buying and why are they buying it, right? So to do that, to way to validate your potential category idea, right? As you're looking at the trends, one, ask yourself, what year is it currently? And do your products, what time of year is it currently? I'm sorry. And do your products need or is desired only at this time of year? All right. Check yourself before you guys buy a category, before you spend all this money on a product that is seasonal. Okay. Because you don't want to, like, at the end of mid August, want to sell, I don't know, spend $3,000 on like blow up pool buoys, balloons, whatever, right? So always take a step back and ask yourself, what time of year is it currently, and do you see your product being desired at only at this time of year? Sorry. Okay. Number 2, within 3. All right. Who is selling your product in the marketplace? List at least 5 stores. This is all done within the marketplace, guys. Number 3, go in each of these stores and list 3 key sets that is in all of the stores. Go in each one of these stores and list the 3 keyword sets that is in all of these stores. Number 4, go to Google Trends and use those keywords to see if your product has had a growth of over 5 years for each keyword set. Number 5, what was the top keyword phrase that showed a consistent incline over the last 5 years? That's what you were looking for, okay? Not too much. Now, But now we're about to focus in on more of the product itself. Let's look at number 4. What will make your product different? All right. We're looking for something that will make your product stand out in the marketplace. Give people a shock when they're like searching for it, right? What will make your product unique? So here we go. Number 1, go back to those 5 sellers that we just listed and list the commonalities of the product. Okay. Number 2, ask yourself what is different about each product. Number 3, go to the seller's review and look at all 3, 2, and 1 reviews. You can list the top 3 things the customer did not like. Okay. Number 4, what will make your product different? Number 5, if you are looking for inspiration, please, 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 please take some keywords from the sellers who are selling the products that you may want to sell or variants of the products that you want to sell. Take some of those keywords you see on their sellers page and type it into Google Trends and Google. Okay? This is going to help you in the next set. So take a breath, because it can get confusing to constantly click through all of these products and go through all these different sellers page. It can be overwhelming to consume so much information, especially if it's your first time. So if you're feeling overwhelmed or you feel like you need to take a break, dude, it's totally fine. Like, right? Like, we all had to do it at one point, okay? But just don't rest there. Come back to it and finish building your store idea, okay? So just take a breath, right? So now we're at the point where you want to get in the marketplace. Okay? You want to get in there. You want to create your store. So, number 1, to help you out, you just create a login. Create an account and create a login. So, of course, I recommend always choosing the professional account, because my first Amazon store was a personal account and I couldn't create ads, right? So I was heavily dependent on my pictures and the seller's page to get found. And I know you guys may always hear me say, well, if you don't put your effort in, you're going to end up on page 17. Because page 17 is stuck in my brain, because the first time I created a store in like 2013 with like my old kites from this kiosk business that I had when I was in college. I ended up on page 17. I ended up on page 17. As soon as I pressed published, and then my kites was, I finished my sales page. I was like, page 17. I saw that 17. It was blue at the bottom. And I was just like, wow. So I was like, I would just type in like words that was associated with my product at the time, which were kites. Like fiberglass, competitive kites. I know. It was 2013. Leave me alone. I was like 20, dude. Like, leave me alone. Anyway. Yeah, I ended up on page 17. And I couldn't get out of it. And that's when I learned. I was like, okay, well, and I was like, sponsored ads was popping up. I was like, how do I do ads? And I realized that I had created this entire sellers page on a personal account. And to be a professional account, you can do ads, and you just have access to more tools, like all the tools in the marketplace, in order to make your business successful. So making that mistake of just not creating the account, the professional account, made me heavily dependent on keywords, pictures, my sellers page, all that stuff. So that's how I got good at that. It forced me, because I wanted to sell the inventory that I had left over from my failed kite business. So just create your account and log in, right? Please choose professional. It's suggested by me, but if you want to go with a personal account, just prepare yourself to be restricted in what your account can do. Okay. So when you create a professional account, it is a little bit more requirements. You need a email, you need a business bank account, you're gonna need like LLC information, or your legalities together, right? You're just gonna need your business license information, and then they'll get back to you and verify you. The in 2000, I think, when was that? 2018, 2019, when I created that store, it the like requirements, I want to say, right, wasn't as strenuous as my last one that I created this year, 2022. Um 2019, I put in my information. I think it was 2019, 2018, 2000. I'll say 2019 to be safe. Um, that store wasn't that hard. I just put in my legalities, information, my business, bank account, all that stuff, and they give you like up to like 48 hours for your store to get approved to be a seller in the marketplace. You have to go through an approval process. That's why you need. It's not just like you create a user account and then boop, you're automatically just ship some products to their warehouse. Absolutely not. They want to verify the person and the legalities, right? So it was pretty easy. They was like, okay, we'll give you a response within 48 hours. I think like 4 hours, 5 hours later, I got the okay, the green light. Went through the process. 2022, dude, yeah, it was different. It was a longer process. It took like almost like 2 months all together to go through the process of verification. I had to have like a live meeting like this with an individual that works for Amazon. I had to hold up like I don't even know if I'm supposed to be saying this part because they was like, don't film it, don't record your screen, don't do anything in it. So I don't even know if I could be saying this, but if I am, I'm sorry. Please don't ban my account on the marketplace. They have you hold up with like your ID and all that stuff. Like they just go through like this verification process. So a lot of things probably happened in like 2021, 2020, to where probably there was a lot of like they have to protect their account. They have to protect not just their account as far as like a business itself, but protect their prime members, their customers. They have to protect the integrity of their name. So they put the people who want to sell in the marketplace through a strenuous, not strenuous, I mean, it's just electronic, but they put you through a process that's a little bit more rigorous in comparison to what it was in 2019. So I mean, I respect it. It's not the end of the world. It wasn't that bad. You just have to go through a lot of verification, like your address and who you are, things like that. And then you're Gucci after that. Or maybe I was just special this time, right? Maybe that's always been the process, but who knows, right? I got approved, so. So that is the beginning stages of starting to become a seller in the marketplace.